All right, lesson 3, subtract integers. So we have worked at integers, looking at positive and negative. We've looked at adding them. Now we're going to look at subtracting them. So subtract integers, you just add, its additive inverse. So if you have a number like 4 minus 9, it's the same thing as 4 plus negative 9. We kind of talked about this a little bit last video. So when I was learning this stuff, you know, same time you guys did back in middle school, I never really got how it was helpful to me. I think it puts too many signs in the equation, and then what's going on? Are you adding or are you subtracting? I don't know. I used to get in trouble for not using it this way, and then when you get into a little bit more advanced math, you get told to drop it, and I was like, but why couldn't I do that to start with? And I don't know. They're like, well, you have to learn it this way. And I don't. It just makes the problem harder than it needs to, for no other reason than that's what they think you should learn first. Sometimes you can walk before you crawl. I don't know. I don't think it helps. If you want to do the plus minus thing, great, go for it. To me, there's too much going on. It's too confusing. It's not helpful. All right, 8 minus 13. So if I go down 8, I'm at 0, and then I've got 5 left over, so I end up going, and my answer, okay, I need the right there. So my answer here is negative 5. Negative 10 minus 7. So I'm already down 10. I'm going to go down 7 more. So negative 17. You got them, guys. Negative 6, negative 35, and negative 48. Okay, I'm going to bring back the number line for a moment. 1 minus negative 2. So we're starting at 1. And I see the first sign, which is subtraction, so I start trying to go to the left. And then I see that other subtraction, so I end up actually turning back around and going to the right. And since that's the final direction, I end up going to the right, and I'm going to go to the right too. So these problems, when you have a negative negative, or what's called a double negative, double negatives turn into addition all the time, as long as they're right, absolutely right next to each other. Yes, the parentheses is splitting them. Kind of like a technicality that the books are like, well, I can't put them next to each other. Yes, you can. They always feel the need to separate them with parentheses. No, they don't. So double negative will always turn into addition. And my answer here is 3. So I have negative 10 minus negative 7. This will turn into negative 10 plus 7, which I'm still negative, but I'm only negative 3 now. All right, so I have 4 plus 12, which gives me 16. I have negative 15 plus 5, which gives me negative 10. And I have 18 plus 6, which gives me 24. Evaluate if x minus y, evaluate x minus y if x equals -6 and y equals -5. So first, you keep the thing the same, and instead of x, I'm going to write -6, so I have -6, and then I have the minus sign, and then I have y, which is equal to -5. So all I did was take this guy and say bloop, and this guy and say bloop, and bye-bye letters. Evaluate is the same thing as solve. So then I have -6. I see I have the double negative, so it turns into +5. -6 plus 5 is -1. Evaluate again, m minus n, so -15 minus 8. Oh, 15 and 8 give me 23, so -23. All right, guys, try those ones. -18, 13, and -14. I will see you on our next, I will see you for the review. Review.